Hey kiddos, it's Ann. So we just got the chickies all clean and got some new clean shred, and their roost is all clean. They've been hanging out on it and it was really gross and poopy. So it's all clean. So we put them down on a floor and they're inside this cage with me, and I'm inside this cage all cramped so that Sola and Kona can see them and get used to them. So Sola and Kona are outside the cage and you can see Sola's like, I want to see him. I want to touch him. So Sola is really nurturing and she just wants to check on them when they peep. She wants to just kind of see what they're doing and hang out with them. So she tends to lie outside the cage and see what they're doing. And Sola just waggles that tail and says, how do I get into play? So this is chicken scratches. And they get in and they just scratch around and kind of dig and see what's under there. And this is what they do in the grass and stuff, is they scratch around and they look for grubs and bugs and food and stuff. So there is Vader checking out the wet. So we just cleaned and washed the roost off so it's a little bit wet. So as a reminder, this is Luke. This is Leia with the buns. This one's Ray. This is Chewy. Kind of looks like Chewbacca, doesn't it? And then this is Vader. But I want to show you something really cool. Let me pick her up real quick. This is Chewy, and look at those beautiful wings. Aren't they gorgeous? Did you see her just hop right off? Chewy just has really beautiful wings. See that coloring? Yeah. And you can see how Leia, right here, has the little two buns on the side of her head. Yeah, that's Leia. Luke's all stripy. Luke is getting really big. So, if you look right here, this is Leia and this is Luke, and they're the same breed of chicken. So you can see that Luke is obviously a rooster compared to Leia. And if you look up, maybe, maybe not, you can see he has a wattle in his, the top of his head is a little bit grown out more and around under his chin and beak area. So it's kind of funny. Anyway, Richard's going to go get a little bit of food and sprinkle it in here, and we're going to see what the chickies do, because they're going to go nuts once they get some food in here. But meanwhile, they're just hanging out. Their house is a little bit cleaner. So now they're just scratching around looking for food, finding old newspaper stuff. So if I sprinkle it around, they'll come and re-scratch it. So they're like, no, don't do that. We want food. See how they're unscratching and getting some stuff up? So here we have some food. If I sprinkle some food in there, they'll come and start to eat it and peck at it. Oh yeah, now they're like, food, food. Ooh, numbers. See how they kind of start to scratch around and they'll start eating the food and getting the food. Yeah. That's how chickens forage for food in the wild. So we are going to let these little fellas go. Let them rest and let the dogs kind of get used to having them on the ground so they can just kind of hang out. Anyway, so there's Leia, Vader, Ray, Chewy, and Luke. Bye, chickies.